What's up guys, it's VeemonKing here, and today I will be doing my Dragon Age Inquisition Artificer Rogue build. My last video, the video I just uploaded, was my video about me killing the dragon in 35 seconds. Now this build is actually really powerful, and I got inspiration from Jumpin' and some other dude from YouTube, I forget his name, but I kind of combined their two builds into this build. Now this build is not complete yet because I don't have the gear yet, but the two main things about this build that are important is critical hit chance and critical hit bonus. Because all the skills we're using is going to be multiple hits, do an insane amount of damage for this build. It's absolutely crazy, especially when you get the right gear for this build. Now, if you're going to just do this for anything but Quinari, because Quinari are kind of screwed when it comes to helmets in this game. I don't know why, but in this game they have terrible helmet selection. Now here are my abilities. The main two things about this build is critical hit damage and critical hit chance. You would rather have more critical hit chance than damage, but for right now, for the gear I have right now, this is probably the best I can get. As you see, I'm level 19, but I did do the duplication glitch to get more skill points. But you should be able to get a gist of it for level 19, because I think you get 19 skill points. You should be able to get the most of this build if you don't get most of the add-ons or the extra bonuses to some of these skills. So, yeah, if you don't know how to do duplication glitch to duplicate your skill points, then you can find it on YouTube. Now, first things first is the archer tree. We don't get a lot of skills from this tree. First, the main skill in this whole entire setup is leaping shot. 12 hits, amazing amount of damage. Amazing, probably the best skill for this build. And we get the shot of the shadows. That's because we go into stealth afterwards. Rolling draw is good if you want to do exploding shot, but keep with this one because you do more damage, you get out of the shadows, and then there's another skill we're going to use later on that makes it better. Now, explosion, another one of the better moves. Explode, hits the enemy, explodes, the enemies around it will do more damage, and then this bonus that we add to it just adds more damage to it. Explosion, shrapnel that comes around and hits all the enemies. I don't know exact details of these skills exactly, but these synergize really well together if you know how to use the setup right. And then the next skill, and by the way, shock, and then that one's this one's amazing with leaping shot, because the more hits, like you shoot an arrow at the enemy, the second one will do more damage. This will leaping shot synergize so well because you just do more and more damage with each shot, and with a skill where I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds, you just do massive damage, especially if you crit. It melts enemies, melts so many enemies. First blood helps when you first hitting an enemy, you'll just do way more damage than normal. This one you just get just so you can get the leaping shot. With more skills, and by the way, I'm only level 19, I'll definitely have more skill points, so you can get more skills on. Now, Artificer, amazing tree. I thought it was shit at first when I saw it on Varric. Now using it, oh my god, dude, it's amazing. Now, first skill, you just get it just to get it. We're not going to use it at all. This one, damage bonus, amazing. The damage bonus, just amazing. The cooldown reduction, amazing. This is probably the second main, right here, Hell of Arrows. Second main skill about this tree. With focus, 40 seconds, you summon 2 clones of yourself that will mimic your archer skills. This, with leaping shot, will melt enemies. Absolutely melt enemies. You saw with that dragon, it with 4 leaping shots with my 2 partners, melt. Now granted, there's also a part with my bow that I have on it, but with this, it melts enemies. You can take down like a whole entire squad of enemies if you do this enough. It's an amazing skill, and I urge you to get this skill if you're an artificer. Now, Elemental Mines, probably the third best thing about this skill tree, about this skill build. element of mines. You throw out mines that have each one have different elements. You know, fire, ice. You know, multiple damage is crazy. And then plus, when you have the bonus to this one, for every 5 stamina, you throw 1 extra mine. If you have full stamina, you'll just throw an army of mines. And then plus, if you get the critical hit up, enemies die. They melt. Everything about this build is about melting enemies. Doesn't matter if they have armor and stuff. Now this one, do you see, there is nice bonuses. Take them down, it just adds more critical hit damage. But fallback plan is awesome because if you, basically what it is, you summon a little lantern on the ground, and whenever you, and it'll just hang on there, and then you can press the button again, and you'll be teleported back to where that thing is. And depending on how much health you have, that's how much health you'll get back. You basically get reset back to full health if you put it down when you're at full health right before the battle. Now, the second skill that adds on to this one is basically every time you go teleport back, you get all your health back, and also all your skills will be reset. And it's just an amazing skill. Clear the board. This synergizes pretty well with our build. The main thing about this build, two things about this build that I need to improve on. And by the way, this just adds more damage and damage bonus. This is a nice skill to have. Is critical hit chance and just the multiple hits. Now, so this is a stealth tree. We just get these skills. That's the nice, you know, perks we have. We're really just only going to go for the 2 bottom ones right there, just to get them. Those 2 passives are just nice to have. Evade, we're not going to use evade because we have leaping shot. And in an ambush, each shot that you get from when you're cloaked will do 50% armor penetration. That's why I have shadow cloak on leaping shot. So each one of those arrows will have armor penetration on it. It's amazing. Now shadow strike, I love this skill. It really is amazing. But depending on how you play, you could either use long shadow or quick blade. Long shadow I think is a little bit better for this build since you're going to be far away using an archer so you can throw it. But I can see how the other one is better because if enemies run up to you, you don't have leaping shot, you can just uppercut them and they'll fly in the air and you can get away. So either one is good. Quick blade is a lot stronger, especially if you're in stealth. That's why leaping shot into stealth is really good because you can just do this and it's just really powerful. So next tree we're going to be going to the poison tree or the toxic tree or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and Marking Inquisitor focus because, you know, hell barrels is the main thing about this build. Now into traps, we get poison weapons. I mean, you don't have to get this. I get it. It is a nice little extra bonus. You can also get explosive toxin. I'm probably end up just gonna get that because I'm only level 19. I'll have extra skill points to spend. But you don't need to get the poison weapons if you don't want to. You can use those skill points for something else. I just like to get this because the poison weapons are just nice to have. Now this side, forget that. That doesn't matter. This is amazing. Each critical hit recovers stamina. So basically, if you use leaping shot with this, you can almost get your whole entire stamina back if you spam it. And this is just better for something. We're just gonna get this. That's to get the throwing blades. Throwing blades is an awesome skill. You can combo into leaping shot. It's an amazing skill, and the bonus to it is just more damage and more precise. But what Jumpin said is it might be glitching and it also affects some other skills too, but I'm not too exactly sure. So that's the build. Now here's my gear. Now the arrow, my bow is what makes everything so great. As see, I put everything to cunning, and the damage is alright, and I put the master because of the rune, because you be fighting demons most of the time. The big thing about this, the masterwork, is to 10% chance to hit hidden blades on hit, 4 extra hits. Basically with leaping shot, 12 arrows is a good, almost a certain chance you will hit more. Basically that adds on, especially if you're doing hell barrels, which you saw when I fought against the dragon. It just plows on the damage. It melts. It helps even melts, honestly. And if you do those dual blades, that also works too. That's what Jumpin did in his build. Now the grip, I just add more cunning to it because I didn't have enough bear pelts to add critical hit chance. But as you can see, it just honestly melts enemies so much. Like it's almost a guaranteed chance now that you'll hit hidden blades, which adds 4 extra hits. Plus most of it, and I can't say this enough. melts enemies. Now granted, I don't have the best gear yet. The bow itself is perfectly fine. I can probably use this for the rest of the game and I will be perfectly fine. Unfortunately, I don't have the gear yet for it. Now the armor, I craft myself. It's pretty good. I can probably get more better stats on it. Probably use dragon skills. Dragons have been dropping me shit lately, but this gear right now. Oh, by the way, let me say this again. Quinari have shit out of luck when it comes to helmets. If you're gonna do this build, do this build with anything but Quinari because you do not get helmets. Like you can see, everything else in my build is pretty much good, except for one accessory. Well, my accessories are pretty crap, but now here with this, I put everything was normal until you get to the bottom two. I put a Great Bear Sigil on it, so I get way more stamina. Yeah, the reduction of the recovery on stamina is pretty low, but then I add the Masterwork, which reduces the skills stamina cost by 7.5%, which means I can just use more skills without using as much stamina. And a helmet I just have because it's the best helmet I found so far in the game for Quinari. I looked it up online. I see if I can find something better for it, but I can't. Now, this is a really good. I'm probably gonna replace this, but my plus 10% cooldown modifier, and it has a higher rate of regeneration for your stamina, so that counters out the Great Bear Sigil. The problem is, on chance to hit, you'll get enemies in like 8 meters, which is bad. But for at the same time, if you're an archer, you're far back. 8 meters, your enemies aren't gonna be around you. Half the time you'd be invisible. You'd be doing leaping shots all over the fucking place, doing fucking backflips, shit like Robin. So I'm probably either gonna end up keeping this or just replacing it with a critical hit bonus. Now this is really nice. Plus 30% to focus gain because hell of arrows. Whenever there's a boss or a big enemy, you can take it out. Now these are the 2 best rings I found so far in the game. There's way better rings in the game. So this adds critical hit chance. So basically that's my build. That's the gear I have. I'm level 19 and I'm about to show you that I am on hard mode with trials on. I see that's my Quinari. Yeah, nothing special. It's a Quinari. I'm on hard mode. I have Walk Softly, Grizzly Inn, and I don't remember. I'm about to show you in a second. But yeah, this build is amazing, and if you're rocking out with an Artificer Rogue, try this out for once. Just try it. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're already an Artificer Rogue, you know what I mean. Or maybe you're using arrow when using daggers. Daggers are also probably really good. That's what jumping does. But yeah, that's my build, and hope you guys enjoy it. This is VeemonKing. And here you go. Now I finally decided to show the fucking game. See, I'm on hard mode. I have trials on, walkie, stuff like that. So this is VeemonKing here. Hope you enjoy. Like, favorite, subscribe. Later. Peace.